Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I am playing Mortal Shell. I will be uploading episodic walkthrough of the full game. So if you are interested, please watch it and let me know what you think about it. Alright? Alright, let's go. I just completed my platinum run for the game, so I thought, you know, why not start a walkthrough for the people who are interested in the game. It's a very unique Souls-like game, like everybody already, talks about it. It's a Souls-like games, but in a unique way. If you have played any of the From Software games, you will see when you play this game. Alright, so right now this is the place, this is actually the tutorial area where the game is going to tell you what everything you need to know about combat and the gameplay. When I played it for the first time, this area looked very creepy. I don't know why, it just looks so creepy to me. Yeah. Alright, so here is your first tutorial tip. You have inherited the ability to harden your body. So in this game we don't have a shield or anything to block. Instead we have harden ability, which hardens your body, so at that time if anyone hits you, you're not gonna take any damage. Hardening prevents harm from attacks, but it's broken quickly upon taking physical damage. So as soon as the attack hits you, the harden will break and you will come back to normal. And there is a certain few seconds of time until the harden is available to use again. So hold L2 to harden. Of course I'm playing it on PlayStation 4, so it's gonna say hold L2. Alright. Okay, so if you press R3 you can lock onto the enemy, just like the Souls game. So as you can see, once the attack hits you, the hardened form is broken. Okay, so just like all the other RPGs, O is to dodge. If you press this for once, he's gonna dodge a simple dodge, and if you press this twice, it's gonna roll, dodge and roll. And this is where we get our first weapon, and in the next area you will have your first tutorial of fighting. Now I remember there used to be some mortal tokens. It's an item around here. I don't know where is it. Alright, so this is your fighting tutorial. Let's get to it. You may harden in most situations even while attacking. Experiment with hardening at different times. Okay, so most of the times you initiate the attack and you harden at the same time. So that's actually a good way to play this game. You will see, you will understand when you see it. See? That's how you do it. So at the bottom left corner, there is a circle. You harden. You have to wait for the circle to come. Okay. Alright, so that's actually the timer. Okay, so there is a mortal token. Now, what do we do? Here is also a mortal token. There should be another mortal token around here. Come on. Alright, so you can use the item by tapping the up D-pad button. I don't know what you call it, D-pad or... Yeah, I'm quite new to this, recording the gameplay along with the commentary, so cut me some slack, guys. Let me know in the feedback what you guys expect. It's just trial and error for now. So if you walk while holding down O, he's gonna sprint, and there is a sprinting attack as well. So if you walk holding down O and then press R2, he's gonna do a sprinting attack like that. This is one of the major attack you will be using in this game, and you don't have to keep holding O. You can just do a normal sprint, move forward along with holding down R3, and that will also do the sprinting. Same thing. Alright, so I guess we'll find our last mortal token here. Okay. Alright guys, get ready for our tutorial boss fight. Now you don't have to win this fight, but if you do, you'll get a trophy for that. So whoever is going for the platinum will have to defeat the boss. I'm gonna try and defeat him with a simple strategy. You'll see what we can do here. We are only going to do to be repeating this process. See? Oh, come on, dude. Hold on. gonna take some time to beat him because we don't have any other abilities right now. Dude, just wait. Whew. Come on. Uh-oh, come on. Let's not be... Ooh, that was very close. Okay. Yay, we did it, guys. We did it. Okay, so regardless of you win or lose this fight, the cutscene is always the same. The outcome is always the same. The difference is that you get an item and a trophy with defeating him, and that's the fight. Foundry stone, key item. Fallgrim, a tower hums where a muted dweller ruminates his fate. Alright, so this is where you end up after the fish swallows you. Okay, what is this place? You will see when you get out of this tunnel. Alright, so here is your title of the game, Mortal Shell. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Why did you guys put this long tunnel at the beginning? Why didn't you make it short? This is so long. Alright. We're out of it. Finally. Okay. Alright, so you see where you came from? It's the fish that swallowed you. Or I think so. I don't know. It may not be the fish, but it certainly looks like the thing that ate you. Okay, so looks like there is a face with horns. What the hell? Okay, look at these people. What are they doing here? Okay, looks like they are praying or something in front of this. I gotta tell you guys, the story I didn't understand a single bit. What it's about, where do we come from, why are we doing this, I don't know a single bit. Yet I still managed to pull a playing trophy, I guess. I'm just one of those guys. I do care about the story though. It's not like I don't care, but they never really explain anything in this game. Okay, so this is our first shell that we find in the game. You can inhabit these shells and now you are in control of this person's body. So there are 4 different shells with different stamina and health amounts. This one is the most average one, and it's kind of all-time average. So you can use this shell for the whole game, and you will be able to finish it without much problems. It's very balanced in techniques and all the stuff. All right, so here, what do we get? Our new music instrument. You see, what did we get here? All right, so this game, there's a, you see how he plays that? Okay, so the more you use the items in your inventory, the more the familiarity it gets. If you max out the familiarity, it's gonna probably using the item will be more useful to you. It's gonna reveal more of its effects from time to time. That's a very unique way to put items in your inventory, so I kind of like it. Very good. Okay, so you will find these kind of stones everywhere, or probably somewhere. So it kind of shows you where you need to go. This is the tower where we need to go right now. This tower is kind of our main hub of the game. where you can upgrade and we can uh, you know, buy stuff from the merchant. So everything is there. You can store your different shells and weapons as well. So as soon as you start your game, it's gonna show you that you need to go there. Now this whole area is can be very you know, confusing at the start when you are playing it for the first time. I was like, what the hell, what am I supposed to do, where do we go? The game doesn't tell you, it just shows you that you need to go there. So I kind of roamed around a lot, died a lot of times, and then I kind of understood that we need to go to the tower first to get some essential items for our quest to progress the story. So don't roam around too much, because there are a couple of useful things we need to do in the tower, and after that you can go around kind of anywhere you want to go. So all right. There is a bunch of guys camping over there. There is a guy roaming around here. There are a bunch of people camping over there. Okay, so R1 is for light attack and R2 is for heavy attack. Needless to say, light attack and heavy attack differ in the amount of stamina they consume. Alright, so the first shell we found, it has an average amount of stamina, so you have to make sure when you are attacking, when you are dodging, keep an eye on your stamina, just like the Souls games, guy. I'm just saying this because there might be people who's watching this video who hasn't played any Souls game and doesn't know anything about this management of stamina. Alright, so just go near to the guys, let them come to you. Okay, so you don't want to face multiple enemies at the same time, it's gonna be... Dude, just wait. Why are you being so impatient? I'm coming to you, dear. Look what you did. Alright. Let's do it. So, if you don't want to fight these guys, you can just sprint through here and you will be fine. They won't be able to hit you. If they come too close, you can just dodge and roll. Make sure your stamina isn't depleted, otherwise you won't be able to sprint or dodge or roll. So wealth cap, the red mushrooms that we get are the health items. The more you use them, the more their effectiveness is increased. Tar spores is kind of anti-venom, so whenever you get hit with a poison, you can eat tar spore and it's gonna remove the effect of the poison. Also, when you maxed out the familiarity of tar spore, it does the same thing as I told you. Sorry, I got distracted by the noise. There is a mini boss over there, but you don't want to deal with them right now. We just want to go to the tower and speak to this person. His name is Sister Janessa.
Pray, what wayward spirit beckons? I shall name you Fallgrim, and you may call me Sister Janessa. You're an initiate. What a curiosity. You've awakened him, but you fetch me one of his mementos, and some tar too, and I'm sure we can stir up some recollections. Of course, first you must find his name.
Alright, so every shell you find, it has a number of abilities attached to it, and you have to find their names first. So to discover the name, you need 250 tar. Tar is basically the currency in this game. So at the bottom right corner you see 110, that's your tar. And as you kill enemies, more often than not you'll get glimpses from the from beating the enemies, so you can along with the glimpses and the tar, you can upgrade the abilities of your shell that you are wearing. Now these are the places where the all the shells you will find will be stored here. Okay, and if you want to find out where the other shells are, you can just do a sense instinct. It's gonna show you where that shell actually is. Okay, just past that mini boss location is a different shell. It's called, his name is Solomon, the one we are wearing right now. His name is Haros. Alright, so upstairs we have storage for every different weapon that we will be finding. There is a long staff, there is a hammer and chisel, and this is where you find your long sword. So you can just click on sense instinct. It's gonna show you vision of the location where the sword is located at. We'll get back to that later on. This is your workbench where you can upgrade your weapon and tools, and increase the damage of your weapons. Okay, and alright, so as soon as you go this way, tattered vestment, this is an item. It can you can switch weapons. You can't switch weapons like on the go in this game. You can only have one weapon at a time. So if you can find these items like this, all the 4 weapons have items, 4 different items like this. If you use them, you can summon that weapon in your hand like right away. So it's kind of shortcut to switch the weapons. It can be useful if you are trying to experiment with different weapons. Now this guy is where your main story starts. Now as soon as you remove the seal, forgive my pronunciation please, I'm not very good at English. I'm from India. I try to speak the best English I can, so I hope that's okay. Alright, so remove the seal. Sorry, that's again. Now once you remove the seal, that seal is used for parrying the attacks of enemies.
That's better. Thank you. It's been so long since anyone raised a hand toward me in kindness. You seem different, untouched by false truths. Unfortunately, I have little to offer you. save for that tarnished seal in your hands. A small gift, but I expect you will find it useful. Would you grant me another favor? Deep within the temples of the devout, you'll find the sacred glands of the revered. Bring the glands back to me, so I can extract the true nectar, just enough to heal me. Perhaps you too can use it to free yourself from this wretched land, before you end up like me.
Alright, so this guy removing his seal. That seal, we can use it to parry enemy strikes, interrupting their attacks, and parrying the enemy attacks will have, you can use different abilities after parrying their attacks, like if you hit R1 just after using the parry attack L1, it's gonna do different things according to the, as per the settings that you choose. So right now we got our seal, so we can parry the enemy attacks, and the basic the parry counter attack is that it's gonna refill your health if you do an attack just after the parry. So that's good. It's one of the most useful items. So this is the reason why we need to come to the tower before going anywhere else. Alright, now what does it say? Seal infusion healing. The old prisoner has infused the seal, giving your parry the ability to leave an enemy vulnerable to an empowered riposte. Okay, so just after parrying the attack, if you press R1, it's gonna do an empowered riposte attack. It requires a resolve. I'll tell you what a resolve bar is. The seal requires a great resolve to harness such an infusion. Performing an empire riposte will heal you, will restore some amount of your health. Okay, so just above our health bar, I don't know if you guys can see, there are blank 5 slots, a mini boxes, I guess. So those are the ones they call resolve. Once one of them is filled, you can use the parry attack. If you don't have any resolve and you use the parry, you will be able to fill at least 1 bar of your resolve, and then you can use it to parry another attack and do an empowered riposte. Alright, so this guy, so this is basically our story. We need to free this guy so that he can get free from this world and move to wherever he wants to go. So in order to do that, we need to give him 3 different glands by defeating 3 different bosses in this game. And yeah, so that's what it's about. The 3 bosses are located at 3 different locations. You will have to find them, beat them, and once you give the glands back to him, he's gonna also help you with a couple different abilities you can use to defeat the enemies. So it's a win-win situation for us, so we can definitely do it. Alright, so there is a cat and there is a merchant. His name is Vilas, or I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm just gonna call him Vilas. Okay, you can also pet the cat if you want. It's kind of a cute animation, and there is a trophy for that as well. If you pet the cat for probably 2 or 3 times, you'll get a trophy. The trophy name is called Perfect. Alright, so let's see what this guy has.
Aren't you a rare specimen?
Yes, I am.
Rather dashing in that curious attire. And what of on the inside? You must be a gentleman.
I definitely
Certainly
am.
not one of those boorish fanatics.
No,
Welcome
no way.
then. I'll warm some tea. In the meantime, why not take a look at my wares? Surely there's something you'll fancy amongst my collection.
Alright, so this guy has different things, items to sell. The currency is tar, so you need to have a tar with you when you come to purchase anything from this guy. So first is roasted rat. It gives you health at the cost of your resolve. It's gonna use your resolve and fill your health, so it's not very much useful. um, but you can still use it if you don't care about resolve, parry or empower riposte. You can just use the rats to fill up your health bar. And this is inferior moonshine. So every item in this game, it's not gonna show you what it does until you use it at least once. So that's why it says use this item to reveal its effect. And inferior moonshine, what it does is that it uses your health and converts it into your resolve. So it gives you one resolve bar at the cost of a little bit of your health. Now that's not very useful, so we never use that. I don't know if anyone will use that because it's nonsense, right? Anyways, so later on in the game we get this is inferior moonshine, and we will get superior moonshine. Now that is very useful. It's gonna fill all of your resolve bars and without any cost to your health, so that is a great thing. Now these are large bolts, so later on in the game you can buy these tools that will restore a secondary weapon for you. That is kind of a missile launcher of this game, you can say that, and the bolt is kind of an ammo for that weapon. So if you want to buy the ammo, you can get it from here. 800 tars per one bolt. So you get a scripture of euphoria. I don't remember what it does, and I didn't find it very useful. I've never used it, so you if you want, you can check it out. You can just consume it once, and you will find it in different areas of the game, so you don't have to buy scripture of euphoria. Now this is very important item. Quenching acids are located at different places in the game. It can use to upgrade your weapons damage. So this merchant has 2 quenching acids in every gameplay that you play. So every time you start a new game plus, he's gonna come back with 2 quenching acids. So 2 quenching acids here, and there are also more 4 to 5 different locations within the game where you can find different quenching acids and then upgrade your weapon damage. Now it can only be maxed out up to 5. So 5 quenching acid, if you apply it on one of your weapons, it's gonna upgrade it to the max damage. So the most reliable weapon in this game everybody finds is this sword only, the one that we have right now. If you want, you can try different weapons, see if that suits you, you know. But I prefer the sword, and sometimes I find useful using the hammer and chisel. I'll show you why when we get there. This is a bronze bale, this is a golden bale. So bronze bale, what it does is that if you use it for next 5 or 6 minutes, if you kill the enemies, the amount of tar you get by killing enemies will be increased. You'll be getting more tar for that duration of time. So, and the golden bell is used when what it does it when you kill enemies, your resolve bar fills up quickly, more quickly than it normally does. uh, okay, so that's about it. The effigy, so there are 4 different shells in the game that we can take control of, and all different shells have different effigies attached to them. The effigy is um, kind of, if you use that, you can just swap, what do you call it, swap your shells, swap in between your shells. Oh god, why is it so hard? Alright, so effigy of that shell, you can swap into that shell, right? Okay, now tools is right now we can't get it because 8,000 is a lot of tar. So our first priority will be upgrading our weapon to as much as possible, as fast as possible. And I prefer Solomon. This is the current shell that we are wearing is Heros, but I prefer Solomon because he has a lot of resolve bar and his abilities rely around resolve, parrying the attacks, and I kind of like that mechanic of the game. So that's my personal choice, but you can go with Heros. And this one is pretty balanced shell as well. You can just complete the game with it. You don't have to find the other shells, but there will be a trophy for finding all these shells, I guess. Don't remember exactly, I'll have to check that. Alright, right now we can't buy anything from him, but now what we need is one of the items that will give us chance to use that will help us activate the weapon ability. Now weapon abilities are special attacks that you can use against your enemies. You will need to find every weapon has 2 different abilities, one with L1 R1 and second one you can activate using L2 R2. Of course, I'm talking about a dual shock 4 control on the PlayStation 4. If you're on Xbox, I don't know what the controls will be because I never use that. Anyways, okay, so for each weapon you will have to find 2 items that will be, then you will have to go to the workbench and you see these 2 items. So these options will change as per the weapon you are holding at the time. So right now we have the sword, so it has 2 different items we need. And this is now for the first one, mechanical spike is what is just right ahead in front of this tower. So we're gonna fight that mini boss, get the mechanical spike, and we're gonna get the Solomon shell as well. So we're gonna get our second shell. I'll show you. Okay, so all good, ready and go. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in the next video. Right now I'm ending this video. See you guys on the next one, and let me know in the comments what you think about my gameplay recordings. If I talk too much, if I should play any different. You know, this is my first rodeo as a YouTuber, YouTube gamer, so cut me some slack please and help me learn the right way to do it. Alright, thank you so much guys, see you next time.